Welcome to Off the Field, presented by Dreamfinders Homes. We are with Robert Hainsey today, another new member to this Jaguars team. On Off the Field, we try to get to know you a little bit as a person as well as a player. So where are you from originally?
Originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Went to high school there, Gateway. My junior year of high school, transferred to IMG in Bradenton. Okay. So I was there for a year and a half-ish. Enrolled early to Notre Dame and then NFL.
I would love your perspective since you're a Florida guy now, but what's your ideal football weather?
Not this.
No.
Like Buffalo.
Absolutely. Colder the better, right?
Like Midwest. Like
okay.
It's warm, it's nice right now, it's fall. I miss fall. Fall is the best season by far. I haven't had it in like 5 years now, so I miss fall a lot.
We get a little fall when we go to London because it's in October, great. So I think you might like that.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
You went to Tampa. You played there for several years. Coming over here, Coach Cohen said you were one of the first calls he wanted to make. What's that relationship like to have that kind of tight-knit relationship with now your head coach?
Very cool. We had a great relationship last year, and as he was in the coordinator role, and a handful of us guys in Tampa were pretty close with him. I felt like we could all speak our minds, and there was a great mutual respect there. Getting to have that now with your head coach is definitely very different. I've never had that with a head ball coach. So I think that's pretty cool. I think he's leaned on me a little bit in a few things, which I didn't know if he would or not, but I was ready if he was going to. So that's a cool experience to have. You know, he's making a ton of decisions every day, not just with the game plan, but the whole organization. So he's doing a very good job. It's been a lot of fun to play for him again for another year and in this role he's in.
Is it kind of, I mean, you've seen him in that coordinator role and then kind of move along. Did you know what it was going to look like, or were you kind of like, I could see him as a head coach? Did you see that when you kind of worked with him before?
I could definitely see him as a head coach. I wasn't sure like what he would change, what he wouldn't change, but he didn't really change much. I mean, he's always going to be himself, and so that's a great thing to see. That's kind of what you want out of anyone. So, like I said, I think he's done an excellent job taking over, building the team between the whole front office staff and who the people we have. We have a very good group of people and players, so that's very important, especially when there's a lot of turnover. Win first, culture second, I think. So we're just trying to build those things.
So you're coming to a new team too. Obviously the offensive line is such a, I mean, it's a team as a whole, but the offensive line's its own little team, right? Mm-hmm. As the center, do you feel like you're kind of the glue to keep that all together just by literally being in the center of it all, or just kind of, you know, obviously your rapport with the quarterback is so important. Was that kind of the focus when you got in here to like set those relationships and get the ball rolling early?
I was definitely looking forward to building relationships, especially in that room, but across the whole team, really. I think it's super important as an offensive line to be friends, honestly. Just hang out, do those things together. That's kind of how I've learned it and what it's meant to me. So I was excited to meet new guys and see who they were, what they were like. And it's been very rewarding meeting the group we have and becoming friends, becoming closer, growing as players and as a unit. And yeah, I think honestly, it's really cool. We're all pretty close in age, and that helps a lot. So we're all kind of doing a lot of similar things life-wise, but it makes it easier a little bit to hang out more outside of football and get to know each other more. It's just there's not a huge age gap. So I think that's really cool because it brings us together. Made
it a little easier to bond.
Yeah.
I did see you were hanging out with your former quarterback, Baker Mayfield, and your current quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, and some of your other teammates. But were they fighting over you? Like, what is that relationship like? You're just all friends now.
No, that was a lot of fun. Definitely all friends. I mean, those guys, like Trevor and Baker, knew each other. Walker got to meet Baker and Ben Bredesen. Ben got to meet Walker and Trevor. I kind of felt like the glue in that situation.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun because Ben and Bake I'm super close with, two of my really good, if not best friends. So getting to see them again and hang out before the season was a lot of fun. I still talk to those guys quite often. Handful of guys from Tampa, Ben Baker, Tristan, Graham Barton, Justin School, who's in Minnesota now. That was a really good group of guys, so we keep up, see how they're doing. So that was a lot of fun.
I like to ask this because I know there's so much pressure put on the relationship with you and your quarterback, but you guys had a great first week, 200-yard rushing. How much do you enjoy blocking for the run and kind of setting up those huge plays, some of the explosives we saw?
Yeah, I mean, I think as an offensive lineman, that's kind of what you hang your hat on, is how well can you run the football? How well can you dictate what the defense is going to do and make them pay when they do what you want them to? Creating lanes for our backs who are unbelievable and have great vision, make some great cuts. I mean, you watch some of those runs, we're doing our job up front, they're making us right. It's complementary football on just the offensive side of the ball, and that's kind of what it has to be. So that was a lot of fun, getting some of those runs off, hitting the explosive on the tight zone in the whenever that was in the second quarter, and just keep rolling off that. We talked during the weather delay,
yeah,
and we're like, because I think we hadn't hit any huge runs, but they were all pretty efficient. 3, 4, 5, 6 yards, 7 yards. Like, we were moving it, and I remember we were just saying, like, hey, keep hammering these because one of them's going to pop. And we came out of that weather delay and hit the tight zone for 70 yards. It was like, there it is. That's great. And then, like, so that was a lot of fun.
What was that? I'm going to ask you about this weather delay because you had like 45 minutes, an hour. You guys were just kind of waiting, knowing you're going to have halftime too. What did everybody do? We're just trying to stay focused, like stretch. Like, what did you do for 45 minutes or an hour in between?
We kind of sat there for a while. Yeah. Like, there wasn't anything to do because we didn't know how long you're going to be there.
Right.
So you can't just immediately start to stay warm because then you could be doing it for forever. I've never had a weather delay, so that was an interesting experience. I was glad it happened after we had already gotten into the second quarter,
right,
rather than before the game, because we already had some drives in. We had some things to talk about. We felt pretty good. We'd scored. So the nerves were down a lot from pregame, which is always the case. It's just how football is, and mostly how offensive linemen are, I'd say, in general. So we were able to kind of go in there, talk about things, relax a little bit, and then once we got hey, we're going out soon, it was, all right, we'll start kind of locking back in, warming back up, and then get ready to roll.
Ready to go. I love that. All right, I'm going to ask you some rapid-fire questions about your new teammates. Been here a little bit, though, so you know them pretty well.
Truth, I feel like. Is this like fact or
this is your opinion?
Am I trying to get these right or their opinions?
Nope, there's no right answer. You are going to tell me the right answer. So who's your funniest teammate?
Pat McCary.
Really?
Cracks me up, yeah.
Is he like kind of like subtle, like sarcastic, like really like deadpan? Yeah,
just some stuff he says it just gets me.
Okay, you're same kind of humor. I love that. So which one of your teammates is the first one in the building, first one at meetings?
I see Nick Mullins in here pretty early every day. Always in the hot tub, every day.
Hot tub, okay. Hot tub early in the morning. Good to know. Which one of your teammates needs their own reality TV show?
Probably Anton.
You'd watch that?
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty entertaining.
Have you seen his food takes?
No, but that's kind of what made me think of it. I know he does that stuff, and I'm sure he's good at it. I need to check him out.
He has some controversial takes.
They
are very interesting.
I'll have to ask him about them.
So get in on that. It's interesting. I'll put it that way. If you had a podcast, who would you want to interview? Who do you think is the most interesting?
On the team?
Yeah.
I throw Pat in there again, but I already said him because Pat and I have had some good conversations that if we recorded them, I think could have been successful podcasts.
Okay.
For some reason, Foye came to my mind. He's a Yale guy. I feel like he's very smart. He went to school with one of my friends from Pittsburgh. I feel like we could get into some stuff. Yale, Notre Dame. I think there's a lot there.
I think there's something there. I think you guys can make that happen. We'll have to market it in the off season correctly. All right, and this is a. I feel like this can apply to some different people, but who would you not let drive your truck?
Cam Little.
Why is that?
I don't know. He drives a Corvette. He probably drives it fast. He's like 13 years old. I don't know.
He looks like he shouldn't be allowed to drive.
Yeah, I just might not be able to see over the wheel.
Fair enough. That's Off the Field with Robert Hainsey.
Thank you.